Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Stellaris, where we are continuing with the MegaCorps. And we are up here playing as MordCorp, the marvellous money-making machine that we are, although we're not machines, don't get confused. And we are currently got very good relations with Adix, with Javgavaz, I think it was Buha. Do we have a trade thing with them? Yes, we have a trade thing with each of their capitals, although they're not making a huge amount of money. They're making some money, I guess. They're actually keeping me in the positive, which is nice. The Droid Destroyers are a fanatic purifier. They're not very nice. Viking Holdings Inc. are criminals. And Alpucci. Am I trading with you? I'm not. Just double checking which portraits these are. Yeah, so that's definitely these guys. This is them. And then Deeks is these. So I don't know why I'm not trading with them. Let's have a look. They don't want a commercial pact, that's why. Even though they would make an absolute killing on that. We also have no trust because we have no deals. Yeah, see, they're kind of angling against us. It's Kupuchi, Viking Holdings, and Nubanik versus me, Adix, Jazgavaz, kind of, with Buhavila kind of stuck in the middle. Then the Ktakor, Shard, those are Fallen Empire. So, not really the nicest people, because they're Xenophile. No, Xenophobes. And then we've got these guys who are just basically dying to the droids. I'm not sure that there's much that can be done to save them. So what is going on at the moment? We are losing a ton of food. I am building more agriculture districts in Ross Prime, and also the new colonies I think are going to be working on... Oh man, these are out of order. Ross, Mike, then it's Collins and Zach's and Jackson's, and then Sergey is on its own. So Colin, Zach... No, Colin and Colin are both also doing agriculture districts. We may need to import some food in the short term. What deals do I have going on at the market at the moment? We're still selling minerals, and I think we can actually go ahead and boost that up to... Not that much. 100. Edit. Which should make me more money, which I can then use to buy in food. Let's go with 30. We have a fair amount of surplus energy, which is great. Right, so who was fighting? Viking Holdings versus Droid. Okay, so that's the Vikings going after the Fanatic Purifiers. I'm surprised that the Vikings declared that war, though. Usually you would think it would be the Destroyers. I think I wait a bit with MegaCorp, seems to be a bit rushed, and December release is usually really bad for fixing bugs. Haven't seen very many bugs. There's a couple of balance issues that could certainly use another sweep. But bug-wise, it seems pretty decent. The one that I am a little bit concerned about is EU4. I mean, that's out next week. I've still not seen a preview copy for that. And with CK2 and Stellaris coming out before, and then also just the dev cycle seeming to be absolutely tiny. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Archaeological project completed. Alright, you're still doing your work. All of you guys are doing stuff. Johnny 5 is not. You are the anomaly searcher, so let's go and take a look and see if there are any other anomalies you could be doing. No. We are completely clear. Well, we could be finding these. So let's go to that. And then just send Johnny 5 to go and research that project. Oh, there's London. And if we go inside it, we should see, yeah, there it is, East London. Marvellous. Oh, I can't look on the planet, though. So is this literally just these two fighting? Or are there any other factions in the conflict? So we'll click on one of yours. It's just you versus Droid. And yeah, it's literally 1 versus 1. Not sure how well that's going to go for the Vikings. Yes, they are militarists, but the Fanatic Purifiers have some pretty hefty bonuses to combat ability, don't they? And Gelderland is saying it can build another building. Oh, it can too. Interesting. Well, actually, one of the things that you could do with is the boost to research. Research Institute. Does let you have a science director, which is a super efficient person. We do have 2 research facilities. Well, actually, we were talking about making this like entirely commercial, weren't we? The other thing that we do need at some point is a stronghold. It is the capital. I am a little bit nervous about that. Though there's only 1 job and 1 housing. Seems like a bit of a waste. Maybe just more commerce. We still have a couple of jobs. We can build another district. We are going to get more clerks with the districts as we go through the prosperity line. Hey, Mike. And yes, hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing on this fine, fine evening? I don't think food processing is going to be in your favour. Hollow. We definitely don't need hollow theatres. Wow, they have a lot of amenities. In fact, those amenities are being produced by the commercial zones. I would kind of like to get rid of the alloy foundry. I might switch the alloy foundry into a research institute. And then build a research place here as well. Research labs. Not as many jobs, but that should be sufficient to keep us going for a while. In fact, let's get the research labs done second. Yeah, that way around. And the reason I want to do it that way around is because I know that 2 specialists are going to be made unemployed when we build the institute research. One of them will be re-employed as a science director, and then that will leave 1 unemployed. And then when the research labs are built, that second specialist will stay in and someone else will get promoted. I don't want 2 people getting promoted and then having 2 people unemployed afterwards. And yeah, I know I'm low on food. I'm working on that. Although actually Colin Prime and Co could build some more agricultural districts, although they don't really have the population to support that right now. I think we ought to wait on it. Meanwhile, Ross Prime, let's make sure that food production is prioritized, which right now it's not. I'm going to do that thing which always annoyed me previously. I'm going to empty out the clerks and then replace the clerks. And we'll probably need to do some rejigging of populations at some point in the future, but that's fine. Bandit cancelled the rivalry. Research agreement with the Bannock. Research agreement with the Bannock. Bannock seem to be opening up to the world. Unfortunately, not with me. Although they are now receptive. It's because they're so small compared to everyone else. They're getting a little concerned about that. Yeah, it's unfortunate that so many other people got research agreements with them, because that's basically what's stopping them getting them with me. And we've got improved strikecraft. Excellent. Starbase build cost, module cost reduction. That's kind of nice. City district housing would be better. Although we really don't have a shortage in districts. I'm somewhat surprised by how little this has been a problem. And how am I doing for empire size cap? Terribly. I'm suffering a 20% tech cost penalty. Okay, so I really need to improve my empire size. Defensive pact with Bukovina. Peace festivals edict has ended. What was that doing? That was giving me extra happiness, which is extra productivity. It's also really expensive though, so we'll hold off on that. Education, leader experience gain, pop consumer goods consumption down, pops growth speed. And this just costs credits. Like the campaigns I can afford. Probably. At some point.
Colonial enterprise established.
Is tech cost still affected directly by owned planets? Not directly, it's indirectly. So the tech cost penalty is determined by our empire size, and that can be modified by various things, but generally planets contribute to it. But then so do the districts on the individual planets, and that's costing me way more. Actually, no, that's not true. It's the sheer number of systems I have that's the most. Like, I have 10 planets colonized, and that's only 20 of the cap. I'm losing over 54, well, 54 for the districts and 58 for the systems. And then only 6 for the branch offices. So there is one of the corporation specials, which is to make branch office empire size impact reduced. That seems kind of pointless. It's so little anyway because they're so expensive. Advanced research complexes. Interesting. But that's going to require more of the strategic goods, which I'm not producing a surplus of anymore. Experimental subspace navigation. Solitary science ships can break out of the naturally occurring hyperlanes and attempt to navigate to known but otherwise unreachable destinations. Ooh, interesting. Business Management Nexus. Here we go! I think that this is an upgrade of the commercial forum. Yeah, it gets you a load of managers, and managers are super efficient. Food processing centers could also be good, but that uses yet another strategic resource which I don't have access to. And we have several planets now that we could definitely colonize, but I don't think I should because of the empire size penalties.
Future market survey complete.
Alright, Jackson Prime is done. I'm going to start Jackson Prime building an agriculture district because we know that that's the direction that we need the new guys to go in. Also, we can now stop importing quite so much food. And we can stop exporting quite so many minerals. And yeah, you have unemployed, but that's expected. Jessica has unemployment, which is unfortunate. So, what are we going to need for this? We are just going to need upgraded gas. I have no way of doing that. I don't think I can even build the building which allows you to produce gas. Could invest in synthesizing strategic resources. Yeah, I could. I think I'll have to. Refugees fleeing from the Droid destroyers have arrived in Gelderland. Alright, so Gelderland's getting a bunch of refugees in, which is filling up the population pretty quickly. What kind of pops are they? Is it them? No. It'll be Droids. Which are natural sociologists, talented, enduring, and deviants. Okay. I was going to say deviance is good because it's going to mean that they are going to be less xenophobic spiritualists when I can convert them quicker, but also they could just convert to something else. What is the gas under Jason? Jason? You mean Jackson? And actually, yeah, one of these guys did have access to a special resource. Who was it? It was you. Moat harvesting. Colin Prime. So once we get to 5 population, I'll probably need to build one of those. City districts. Wow, that was quick. Elgate Insights. Don't really want that. Alloy Mega Forges allows you to create alloys with the moats, which I again don't have. Although I do have access to building these strategic buildings which create moats. And that's quite a significant upgrade. 2 metallurgists of 5. Alright, we'll research this. And then also a tradition, which is going to be the administrative operations, which is going to make building and district upkeep down, and then we're also going to get the extra clerks from city districts. Speaking of which, we should really double check the piracy. Max piracy 16. Suppression should be 20, right? Yes. 1.5. 19. So actually, this fleet could really do with an additional ship. Now, was that actually the fleet I had selected? TP3? No. Now it is. Hang on. Why are you saying 0 of 3? They are snipers. Sometimes this manager just does not make sense. That's building 3 new ships. Now, did any of my star bases automatically start building? No. Good. Okay, now it's got it right. That's so bizarre. Okay, so that's you sorted. That's barely anything. You actually seem to be gaining quite quickly. Those are both 19s. Now, do we have anyone patrolling that area? We do. Could potentially have you being on a shorter route. Well, it's only 1. No, I think we're fine. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. You're up to 44. So the fleet protecting trade over there might need upgrading as well. That's you. Oh no, you're at 60. You're fine. And for some reason, there's no pirates in these two. I'm still not entirely sure why, because there is definitely more trade flowing through here than is protected by the starbase. Trade protection value of 10, and yet I'm pretty sure there's like 100 plus going through there. Yeah, there's 177 going through Jessica. So why Jessica seems to be immune to that, I have no idea.
Upscaling complete.
Yeah, I do have some gas, but I don't have any positive production anymore. So I have some in reserve, but no production. And the modes were Colin Prime. So I just need these guys to grow a bit more. I mean, actually, frankly, I could just export some population from Ross. He just got his new building open. Actually, Ross is my most efficient farming colony, so I probably should export them from elsewhere. And Ross has the bubbling swamp. We could open up an additional agricultural district. Yeah, I think that's a worthwhile investment. And we can also get another building here. You really need amenities. Crikey. Hollow Theatres it is. Now, I have a feeling that's the case for several of my more industrious provinces, shall we say. And Mike Prime could also do with an upgrade. Hollow Theatres? I think you're a bit early for Hollow Theatres. I think Mike Prime... Actually, what you could do is alloy production. Because we did just get rid of one alloy production, and our alloy production, quite frankly, sucks. Then there's Sergei as well, who is slowly but surely building. Okay.
Upscaling complete.
And we are once again losing consumer goods, which is usually an indication that we need to do more trade. Seeing another gas on dough, yeah. I'd only just colonised these places, so I'm not that surprised that I haven't gotten around to upgrading it all. Good
A
catch.
system has been surveyed.
And I think I only just got the technology for the explosive motes anyway. Gavaz is now producing 30 monies a month. How much is 6 consumer goods worth? Just out of interest. To buy them would be 12. So it's really a question as to whether upgrading the virtual entertainment studios to a commercial forum or the amusement megaplex. How good is a merchant? Now I can actually see that. Translucer, workers, rulers. Merchants are rulers. Oh. And they produce, yeah, 10 trade value. So basically having one merchant, so long as he's employed, is the equivalent of... Oh, and it's a merchant who's thrifty, so it's going to be producing even more. Is basically the equivalent of having one megaplex. Except for the fact that the megaplex also produces branch value. Can I build another commercial forum? Is it one of each building? Alright, so it's one of each building type. Oh shit, my printer plug-in just collapsed again. So I have one of those USB hubs, and it keeps on falling over. And I think that's why my printer keeps on uninstalling itself. And it just fell over again, so I'm going to have to try and fix that later. I already sellotaped it to the desk to stop it falling over. I'm going to have to do something more drastic. There's also gas top right, but it's 3 jumps away from borders. I cannot afford to expand my borders anymore. I'm already 49 over my admin limit. I'm basically 50% over, and it's costing me a lot. Right, Ido taxes. You have finished your job. You are the discovery guy, so you are just a surveyor. How have I not killed that yet? Oh, don't tell me that you're still the fleet is still waiting for upgrades. Please don't tell me that that fleet is still... Yep. Wow, that fleet has been waiting for upgrades for about 20 years at this point. Well, in that case, I think it's going to make a lot of sense to go to the ship designer, get the Sniker 3s, see if there's any Yep, there are upgrades I can do. Aren't I working on a new plasma thrower? Hold on. Technology. No, we have them already. I'm sure I have an upgrade to that. I'm sure I do. Does it have to be bigger? Because I got really excited when I saw it. Because it's more of the anti-armor damage. Also, I have better strikecraft now. Maybe I didn't research it. Apparently not. Huh, okay. Well, in the meantime, Sniker 3s, we're up to Sniker 4s now. You're going to have Ripper autocannons, because I do like those. Power supply you're a little short on. So I guess you're going to go more armor. Yeah. Can't do it while this is upgrading. Well, stop upgrading. Just move there. Ripper autocannons. Get rid of armor. I still really need to upgrade my armor. And Sniper 4s are done. Alright, Cryer 3s. And now I can also build cogs. That's a point. I need to get rid of you. Alright, then the Cryer 3s are also going to be Ripper autocannons because they are awesome. I don't have level 3 lasers. And that's barely a cost increase, that's fine. I was wondering if it was worth going down to a fusion reactor and then downgrading one of the shields, but I don't think it is. So you do shields and armor. I'm wondering if I want to make this a plasma thrower. Because yeah, you're picket. You're going to be going in close anyway. Although you do less shield damage. Now, unfortunately, autocannons can't be put into a medium slot. They are smalls only. I think I'm still going to leave you as a medium. Let's use you to really blast down armor and hull. I mean, we're going to shred hull. Because the autocannons are effective at that as well. Right, Odotaxis, yeah, I need you to continue explorifying. Which is why I'm thinking about what I can do about this. So what I think I will do... So I'm going to go to the Bacon Killer Fleet. I'm going to split you in half, except S doesn't work as a split. No, it does. We're going to select you guys. And we're going to make Bacon Killer Fleet. You're going to go away. Frigate's going to stay. You are going to become a Sniper 4. You are going to become a Cryer 3. And then we're going to say upgrade. This still cost 1,000. And that cost motes. Ah! What was it that cost motes?